Yo, welcome back to the Out the Box Show. I'm John Wallace alongside my co-host James Luffy and Rory Luke. And wow, what a fantastic time of year it is. The Masters wrapped up on Sunday. LSU Baseball got their first SEC series win of the season. The spring game is this coming weekend. All kinds of great stuff going on in the sporting world. Spring has sprung. The weather is warming up. Summer's right around the corner. We could not be more excited to be back for another episode of the Out the Box Show. Before we do that, before we get to all that, I want to give a huge shout out to our home, the Boot Crew Media Network. We say it all the time. We were just looking in the group me today. There are constantly writers, podcasters, and content producers being added to the Boot Crew Media Network every week. It's absurd because the amount of diverse content. I'm pretty sure the MLB baseball page on the bootcrewmedia.com is loaded, absolutely loaded. Baseball season is in full swing. The Stros haven't looked too hot, but I think a lot of people would like that.
Mets in the first place in the NL East.
Yeah, and you know where you can
It's
catch
only
up.
like 8 games in, but
you know where you can catch up on all of your news. Bootcrewmedia.com. We have all of our websites, all of our episodes, content, articles, you name it. It's something for everybody, and I think we're gonna try. We're gonna try. We don't know how well this is gonna go, but this is gonna be the first episode that we try to record and post to YouTube without us I guess pausing a ton. We're definitely gonna mess up. We were talking before we started that we were kind of nervous that there's a camera on us, but we're just gonna roll with it. And if we mess up, then whatever. But anyway, make sure to check out Boot Crew Media on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, and on bootcrewmedia.com. That is the home of the Out the Box Show. All right. Masters wrapped up this past weekend. It was an absolutely fantastic, I guess, come down after the hype of March Madness. Matsuyama, Rory, didn't I try to tell you last week during the House Always Wins segment? You said, yeah, we'll get to it then, but I think I did suggest that you should bet on Matsuyama. I didn't actually bet on him, but a fantastic showing at the Masters. It felt like he was in control the whole time. I think me and you were talking Sunday morning, Luffy, like who we thought was going to end up winning by the end of the day. And, you had said that a lot could happen throughout the day, and it's always tight at the Masters, but all throughout Sunday, it felt like he had it.
Yeah, he did. I mean, and when Xander hit the ball in the water on 16, it was pretty much over. And, I mean, he played great throughout the whole week. He never really had any big scores and kept his rounds nice and steady. And he hits the ball really high and was extremely consistent all week.
Yeah. I mean, the little I watched, it was all Matsuyama. Justin Thomas really – he messed himself up on that the back nine on Saturday. He had like that triple bogey or something, and he was looking good going into that triple bogey. He was like top 5. And once he got that, it was kind of over. And there was really nobody by Matsuyama. Usually you see like a big name, and it was kind of Spieth, but he still wasn't even really near him.
Yeah, I mean, JT didn't have his best week putting either, and Spieth wasn't as sharp as he was the week prior, but I mean, he's finished, I think, like top 10 there, like almost every year. So he's a weapon there almost literally every year.
It definitely was good to see him kind of back in the mix. It seems like he struggled in the past couple of years since he did really well there. And, it definitely did feel different without Tiger there. It seems like no matter what people say or what people think, it's more of like a subconscious thing that you just want Tiger to be out there and you want to root for him and guys like Phil and guys like that. I feel like that's what makes the Masters like what it is, like the tradition, the guys being invited back. It was an absolutely incredible weekend and a great weekend for the country of Japan as well.
Yeah, and the bow at the end, the bow was awesome when he grabbed the flag off 18. I mean, that was very cool.
Next year's players dinner is gonna be nuts.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh,
Hibachi. Just
fire,
roll in
yeah.
hibachi.
Dude, I didn't even think about that. That's gonna be nuts. So a great weekend at the Masters. As we kind of talked about in the intro, the LSU Spring Game. We're bouncing around. Sports are all over the place this time of year, and the LSU Spring Game is coming up this weekend. You know, I was listening to I think 104.5 the other day when Coach O was on, and they were trying to get him to admit like who he thinks who the starters are going to be, kind of what the game plan is. But I think he kind of had said that it's going to be they're trying not to give too much away. They're trying to, I guess, limit the big plays on defense and really just get a feel for what this team's shaping up to be. Obviously, that's what the spring game is, but in Tiger Stadium, it's going to be, you know, this is the first step for football coming back.
Yeah, and I mean, a couple things to note. There was no spring game last year, and the one 2 years ago, Burrow completed less than 50% of his passes in, I think, and the leading receivers in the spring game, no Chase, no Marshall, no Jets.
Really?
Before 2019. So let's not put too much stock into the spring game because they're going to try different players and just different rotations. He said all 4 quarterbacks would get a shot with the ones, which I thought was very interesting. And I expect to see the D-line to play well because that's a position, and especially D-tackle, defense is loaded. And you want to see that D-line play well, even though they're going to be in a basic, pretty basic stuff. And I think the offense is going to run pretty basic things as well.
I mean, defense definitely always has the advantage for a spring game like this. I mean, just because it takes offense a longer time to gel. And, I mean –
not that many plays.
Yeah, it's really not that many plays. So they've seen every single play that the offense is already going to run. When you practice against the same people forever, like, your defense is going to be good. But, I mean, I agree. I'm excited to see Mason Smith, zero out there, and the defensive line get at it.
Yeah, all the freshmen really, and then Jay Ward, he had free safety. It looks like he's going to start there as of now. Coach Stingley said that. I mean, he looked really, really good there on radio the other day. And then also excited to see Devontae Lee play some receiver. I mean, he's such a big body.
Yeah.
He was like a linebacker 2 years ago. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's played like everywhere. It's kind of like Jacoby Stevens was when he first started. He played. He started out on defense and went to receiver, then went back to defense. So. Same thing for Devontae Lee.
And you know, like we've mentioned, the quarterback battle, I feel like although the offense is going to run simpler plays and whatnot, it's going to be interesting to see who executes to a T, because that's what the pressure is on the most for the defensive backs to not give up the big plays and the quarterback. So it's definitely going to be a fun weekend in Baton Rouge. Hopefully the weather will hold off. So I think next we're going to get to our LSU baseball weekend recap of our series against Kentucky at Kentucky. And as you guys know, every week our weekend recaps are brought to you by Blaine Loop with Keller Williams Realty. Let me ask y'all something. So say you have Joe Burrow, Lil Wayne, Eric Clapton, Michael Jordan. Say you have all of them in the room. What is the one thing that all of them have in common?
Great hair. I have no clue.
I have no clue either.
They were the best at what they did at the time that they were doing it. And you know what? Blaine's the same way. He is the best. He is the best real estate agent you're going to find. He's young. He's up and coming. He's hungry. He knows exactly what you want. He knows that you want to find the house of your dreams. He wants to help you sell the house of your dreams to buy the new house of your dreams. And he even wants you to help rent a place that you will feel safe, comfortable, and you will live your life to the fullest. Blaine is a great friend of all of ours at the Out of the Box show, and we cannot stress enough that interest rates are at an all-time low, and the interest rates, I just said that twice, but they're at an all-time low. That's what he wants you to know. And
all right, Dr. Seuss.
The real estate market has never been hotter. I'm not Harry. No, okay. At the speeds these homes are selling at right now, you need a certified professional. Blaine will help you navigate your way to the house of your dreams. He'll be your friend, your neighbor, and your agent, Rory. Call or text Blaine anytime at 504-858-0031 for all your housing needs. That's 504-858-0031. And did you know that Keller Williams is an equal opportunity housing partner? Each office is independently owned and operated.
Well, wait, didn't you become a competitor of Blaine this weekend? This week?
No, we did a real estate deal and whatnot. And I'm not competing with Blaine at all. I advertise Blaine and we talk him up because of how great he is. So
it's two different markets, New Orleans, Baton Rouge. You're taking over the Baton Rouge real estate market.
Blaine will come to Baton Rouge. Blaine will be your agent anywhere anywhere you need him. He wants to help you. So that's all you could say. And if I have to repeat it again, call him anytime, 504-858-0031. All right, LSU. We could have used the sweep. We went up to Kentucky, and it seemed like, I guess if you had to look at the weekend, the raising the bar, the old singular raising the bar deal, it kind of looked like we were throughout the weekend, the bar was getting lower, right? So on Friday night, LSU came out, absolutely destroyed them. Marceau went 7 1/3. He did give up 7 hits, gave up 2 runs, but we shellacked him. It was 15-2, like a great all-around team performance. This is exactly what the LSU baseball team needed.
Nice to win easy. Nice to win easy.
Yeah, and Marceau was good because that's all he had to be. He didn't have to be perfect. He just had to be good, and he was good. And that's a good pitcher, and that's all you need.
We good?
Yeah.
Yeah, he only gave up 1 earned run throughout the night. And we've said it before, we'll say it again, going deep into games and helping out your relievers. We had Fontenot come in for 2/3 of an inning to close out the 8th, and just an all-around team performance. And whenever you look at the box score, LSU has had similar games where they have had 17 hits, and that's what they had on Friday night. But the difference is LSU was able to push runs across the board. It seemed like that was LSU's issue. We had runners, we would just leave runners on base, and the ability to drive runs across the board at least showcased itself, at least showed that LSU is capable of doing that against a good SEC Friday night starter on Friday night. So then we move on to Saturday, still got the W, 8-6. It was a little bit different to not see. We definitely missed Hill on the mound. Labus did come in and pitched a pretty good game. He went into the 6th. That has been the staple of this starting 3 pitchers that we have had, and with Hill going down, that couldn't be more important.
Yeah, they've been great. Between AJ and Landon Marceau, they've been really good. We should be able to win. We should be able to win with those 2 on the mound. I'm confident with those 2 on the mound. It was nice Friday night to see Trent, the Dirty 30, come in and close it out. And, relief pitching is going to have to really come through now without Hill, and we'll see if they can step up when we get to some tougher opponents.
And they almost lost it on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Giving up 4 in the what was it? The 7th, 4 in the 7th, and then 1 in the 8th. And Kentucky had all the momentum going into the 9th, and thank God Jordan Thompson got that RBI single with 2 outs. That kind of put the game away, kind of gave them no energy. But if he doesn't get that single, we go in the 9th only up 1. I'm not sure we will win that game.
Yeah, and it was good for him to come through in a big spot like that.
Yeah,
I think that
only
shoots up his confidence going forward.
Yeah, he played well all weekend for sure. And he's kind of coming along as well.
Yeah, I think he'll come along. He's still young. And he's in a tough spot playing shortstop for LSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sunday was pitiful.
That's literally what I was about to say. The final score ended up being 4-13. And, when LSU cannot afford to get complacent after a series win, given the position that LSU's in, every SEC game regardless of who it's against. Like this was one of the ones that we needed to win, right? Or at least needed to not we got blown out. How do we blow out? I get baseball's a funny game, but how do we blow out Kentucky on a Friday night against their better pitching staff, and then on Sunday, is it just complacency? Is that kind of what occurred?
I mean, that's what it felt like. It felt like we just were like, oh, all right, thank God we won this series. Oh shit, we got to play Sunday.
I mean, and we were kind of in it after we got it to what? We cut it to 5-3 on the who hit it?
I have no clue. I don't remember.
It was
in the 7th. Morgan.
It was Trey Morgan. Yeah, when he homered to right.
Yeah, he did hit.
And then after that, it all went downhill.
It's
pretty
just,
much.
It seems like
because we were in it. It was 5-3.
These big innings. Like to give up 8 runs in an inning on a Sunday against, their pitcher was nothing special. Zach Lee, he's 3-2 on the year, but like I don't understand it. Make whatever adjustment you need to make. Bring the infield in, do whatever you got to do to not give up 8 runs in an inning. It seems like that has almost plagued LSU this year. Just the brutal innings. Yeah,
and you're gonna have to score more on pretty much any Sunday. Score more than 4 to win in the SEC on a Sunday. So, but we can't give up 13 either.
Well,
and I thought Money's performance it wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. He a couple pitches and he throws a really good game. I mean, he gives up two homers, and other than that, he was solid. And I think he's a guy who's confident, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him run back out there for another Sunday start.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree. I think he's a guy that you're probably going to use Sunday. I mean, they've kind of been up in the air about Sunday just because it's all about who they want to pitch and what they need on maybe like a Saturday.
It was because the Friday, Saturday, Sunday rotation was so just set,
Yeah, but it's going to be crucial for the Saturday, Sunday pitching to go deep. They're going to have to go 6-7 like pretty much every weekend for us to have a chance to win series.
I think this weekend you'll probably see. I mean, it also depends on the game, but I really think Garrett Edwards was going to get the ball on Sunday until he pitched that 9th inning on Saturday. But they needed him in the 9th inning. I mean, we're only up 2. You need him where you got him, but I think that's kind of where it is. If we're blowing the brakes off on Thursday and Friday, which is not going to happen this weekend, but if by God's chance we are, I think you'll see Garrett Edwards out there on Sunday. I think that's the hope, is that Garrett Edwards can run out there on Sunday, but I don't know if that's what's going to happen.
Well, if this weekend showed any, I guess, sign that all hope is not lost, it's that we did go on the road. We won an SEC series. So currently LSU sits at 20-12, 3-9 in the SEC. And at this point in the season, so I think the stat still holds true that LSU would, before this series, LSU would have to go 14-7 in their last 21 SEC games. Now we got to go 12-6. So we still got to win every series from here on out to break even. But mix in a couple sweeps in there if we can do it. I don't know if it's possible this weekend against the number 10 team coming to Alex Box, but it showed that LSU's got the potential to. I mean, you put up 15 runs on an SEC school, that shows you got something up your sleeve, right?
Yeah, I mean, and there's a possibility if y'all want to jump into this coming up weekend.
Well, wait, before we do that, we got to talk about Cat Brewing because they are a great sponsor of ours. Cat Brewing. It seems like they're on fire right now. I was just checking out their Instagram. They're constantly dropping new beers, and it seems like every week they posted the sneakiest video ever of Acuna.
Acuna.
It's got the little
Acuna.
It's
got the little asterisk.
Did you not see that video?
Is it a video? Is it like a meme?
There's like somebody yelling at Bryce Harper that Acuna was better than him, and he was like Acuna, like I can't even.
Acuna Matata.
Acuna.
Okay. Acuna.
Good radio.
Acuna. No, but they just posted like this whole like paragraph on how his batting average is so high to start the year. He's got 4 home runs in 10 games, batting .447, and
Acuna.
Then Acuna.
Okay.
Acuna.
I got to make sure I'm saying it right.
It says when he comes to the plate, Braves fans have no worries. And then at the end they go, oh, and we may have another beer drop in this week. Like it's absurd. And I have a hunch. I don't know if this is true. I haven't talked to the guys over there, but I think it might be either a Braves or an Acuna Matata. That might be the name of the beer. I don't know. I'm sitting on my hands.
John's been on Reddit trying to find it out.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm
wait. I actually
message boards.
I was at Chimes on Saturday night. They have a Rally Cap on tap, but it was out.
Rally Cap on tap. That's because everyone's been drinking it.
I know. Way too many people drinking the Rally Cap.
Baton Rouge is up.
They can't even keep it in stock at Chimes.
Well, you know where you can get it? At the brewery. Every weekend they have either some kind of food truck coming in, some sort of entertainment. They always have baseball games on over there. And like we've said, they have beers dropping every week. You can follow them on social media at Rally Cap Brewing, right off of Segan Lane. So much good stuff going on over there. You will not regret drinking a Rally Cap beer.
We need some Rally Caps to drink while we podcast.
We really
have some. They're in my fridge.
Dude.
Well, I mean,
yeah. Well, there's a perfect spot right here.
Okay, all right.
For a Rally Cap.
We will have a Rally Cap, some sort of beer, probably the new one that they drop.
Okay,
I'll go run by there
next week. Let's go.
So, all right. So LSU this past week only had one midweek game against Grambling State. It got rained out because it seems like every time it rains in Baton Rouge, they're just like forget it. We're not gonna play.
I mean, it's pretty bad right now.
No. I mean, no, I know, but it just
whole stadium's underwater.
It seems like they're a lot more willing to cancel games now. It seems like they're a lot more willing to cancel games now. Is that me or is that the mic?
That's you.
Okay.
Games is not your word.
It seems like they're a lot more willing to cancel games this year and recently than in previous years. I remember going out to the box and we would be just sitting in pouring rain for hours until they would resume.
I think because they realize that like you can just move games around.
When you have an in-state school, they can just come in on a Wednesday, and I guess it doesn't really matter.
It seems like a foreign concept before the Rona.
Okay, so I guess it makes sense to not sit there and get soaked. But anyway, so LSU has South Carolina, the Cocks coming to town this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. They're the number 10 team in the nation. It's another tall task. I mean,
gotta win Friday night, and not only just to win the series, because obviously you need that game's so huge, but like for their momentum and confidence, they've got to win Friday night.
And then Friday night's gonna be tough. Thomas Farr, their Friday night guy. He's a top, like probably 60 prospect, probably going to be like second round guy. Really good pitcher, 3.2 ERA, 2-2 on the year, 61 strikeouts and 44 innings. I mean, the guy's legit, but last week he did lose Friday night. They lost to Missouri Friday night and then won the next two games. But I mean, this seems good. Swept Florida 2 weeks ago, lost 2 out of 3 to Vandy, beat Georgia in a series as well. So, I mean, they definitely deserve their ranking.
I think we can win Friday night. I think we can get to them. If we can get to them early, get some stuff rolling, push some runs across.
Also, Thursday night. It's a Thursday.
Sorry. Did I say Friday?
It's so confusing.
Yeah, it is. It switches on us like every other weekend.
That's also something that is not as common as it was in previous years. I guess it's so the team can have a whole day to get back. Sundays they can gear up, I guess, for class or whatever for that week. I guess it's easier for them to miss class on Friday and then get back and I guess take care of their schoolwork. No, yeah. I mean, back at the box, coming off a series win. I mean, it is not out of the realm of possibility that LSU could, I'm going to try to say this, sneak in with a sweep.
I don't know. They're Saturday guys also. I mean, the strength of this team is definitely pitching. Their Saturday guy, another top 75 prospect, Brandon Jordan. It's D-O-N. Instead of D-A-N, or is it D-A-N. I think it's D-A-N. I don't know. I see two different spellings on two different websites. But Brandon, we're going with Jordan. Brandon, Brandon, B-R-A-N-N-O-N, Brandon.
Okay.
Not Brandon.
Brandon.
He's another really good pitcher. Three ERA on the year, 66 strikeouts in 41 innings. And they have a really solid 1-2 punch. And another guy to look out for, Wes Clark. Plays catcher and first base for him, leading the nation in home runs with 15 home runs. So
that's a lot.
Bring some pop to the bat. Yeah, I mean, what are we, like a little bit over halfway through the year with 15 home runs?
That's a lot.
Yeah. So it's going to be tough. They're really good. They're in that mid-tier SEC where I wish we could be. Where, I mean, they're not touching the Arkansas, the State, or the Vandy, but
they're the number 10 team in the country.
Yeah,
mid-tier
exactly.
SEC. Insane.
Exactly.
I think this is a series where definitely, this is going to sound stupid to say, but it favors LSU to be at the box more than any series.
And I mean, something that we can say is that, I mean, Tennessee, since we got swept by Tennessee and at that barely, they have looked really good. I mean, Tennessee is the number 5 team in the nation, number 6 team in the nation.
Yeah, man, and they could be overlooking us. We could be a sneaky team now. Instead of being like you're coming to the box for this like crazy environment, now we're just sneaky.
If the Tennessee series was at the box, we could have easily won that series. I
mean, we take it to extras twice with the number 6 team in the nation.
Exactly. So
the talent's there, 100%.
This weekend, I'm really hoping that we can kick things up, and it's about that time of the year for LSU baseball to hit that stride. And I guess a note that we had talked about, we were tweeting about on Twitter whenever the Grambling State game got canceled. I think we were trying to make the point that LSU fans need baseball regardless of how the team's doing or not. The fans need baseball. The players just need reps. They need, like, the only way to cut down on errors, to see live pitching is to go out there and play baseball. Right. And, I just feel like that even though, it's Grambling, whatever,
it's a G's A. The GA combination is killing you today.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. But even though it is Grambling, I think reps. I know the starting lineup hadn't really changed that much, but even a guy like Beloso, just to, even if it's just a psychological thing, to get his average up, you know, like things like that. So all right. So as we kind of clean up our weekend recap and our preview to this coming weekend series at the box against South Carolina, Luffy, don't we have some friends that help us clean up sometimes?
Yes, we do. We have Workbox. You can call Martine over at Workbox at 225-343-4886 if you need any storage container, dumpster, portable toilet. They also have these luxury portable toilets for big events, parties. If you're building a house, if you're redoing a house and you need a container, call Workbox over. Call Martine over at Workbox at 225-343-4886 and tell them Out the Box sent you, and tell them Go Tigers as well.
Yeah, beast over at Workbox.
They really are the best in the business. If you need something, they're going to get it to you faster than any of these other companies.
Cleanest portable bathrooms I've ever seen.
I'm guaranteeing that too.
You could sit with your butt on the toilet in the porta potty. That's how clean they are.
I do.
I do too. If I see a Workbox porta potty, my butt's sitting on it.
I'm going in there and sitting on it, even if I don't have to go.
All right. Yeah. Hey, you heard it from the man. Also want to give a huge shout out to another one of our great sponsors and the sponsor of this next segment, the House Always Wins segment, the House Bar in Tigerland, back open again. They are absolutely rolling. I see people posting pictures.
Literally
at the
just
house
saw
bar.
a picture just on my Instagram story of the house.
Yes, like people are constantly posting
Don't show
pictures
that
at
to
the
John
house
during
bar.
the show.
They're posting pictures of the main thing I'm seeing is the dank food that's coming out of there. Like it's incredible. Like I see a pizza while I'm sitting there like about to go to bed or whatever. I'm like, dang, do I need a waiter? The house bar over to my place, which you can do that by
Walking
the way.
around the house bar looks like the Out the Box For You page. Not For You page, Explore page.
So make sure to follow the house bar on social media on Twitter at Tigerland House and on Facebook and Instagram at House in Tigerland. Go to your home, go out to your home, have a good time, and
Open till 2:00 now.
Open till 2:00. Just like we're right back where we used to be. Things are starting to feel like home. All right, house always wins. I'm gonna just go ahead. I actually don't have my pick yet. No, I do. I didn't write it down though. I gotta go. All
right, well, I'll go first.
No, hold on. But I won. I did win.
Okay,
that's it.
All right, you can go, Rory.
I lost. I obviously lost. I had top Asian player. I had M. He didn't even make the cut.
Should have picked Matsuyama.
I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't pick Matsuyama.
Songjae was 77-80. That's bad.
Yeah, he was bad. But you know what? You win some, you lose some. You live to see another day. And I'm back this week. Taking a little not at all pro boxing, some joke boxing. Jake Paul, Ben Askren this weekend. Jake Paul minus 180, Ben Askren plus 155. And I'm taking Jake Paul. Now, think about
fellow
this.
podcaster.
Think about this. Fellow podcaster.
I'm sure he
Jake
has
Paul.
a podcast, no clue. But
I mean, I know. I think I saw the highlights from the last fight, and I listened to a little bit of the analysis on some podcasts I listened to. I don't remember. But a lot of people say that Jake Paul's like a pretty decent boxer, and Ben Askren was never a boxer. He's a terrible boxer, but he's a professional fighter, so there's something to say about that. But a lot of people online or a lot of MMA analysis are saying like Ben Askren, if he wins, he's not knocking him out. He's going to have to bring him to decision. And this isn't a pro boxing match. It's literally put on by Jake Paul.
yeah.
So if it goes to decision, judges are taking Jake Paul. Just because it's put on by him, like they want to make money and see him make money and have another fight. So if it goes to the decision, I think it's rigged and Jake Paul's going to win.
Did you see that video of Askren like jumping at Jake Paul and Jake Paul like slapping him though?
I did not see that video.
All right, well you need to watch that, but you can't change your pick now.
I mean, I'm not taking my pick. I just think that if it goes to decision, there's no way Jake Paul loses on decision. They want to see Jake Paul be undefeated and fight another fight.
Yeah, exactly.
And those judges were paid by Jake Paul or by Triller or whoever's putting on the sponsor, you know? So I think Jake Paul's decent enough. Ben Askren, while he's a professional fighter, I don't know how well he is at boxing. He was never a good boxer during his career. I think Jake Paul's a decent enough fighter to hang in there for however many rounds, not get knocked out. And if it gets to decision, it's Jake Paul. Therefore, give me Jake Paul with the juice minus 180.
Luffy?
Last week we had P. Reed. Always comes through in the Masters for us as a dub. This week, since those odds weren't that great, this week I'm coming back with the plus 150. Kevin Kisner, RBC Heritage Tournament, top 30, plus 150.
I'm going to put it in right now.
Actually, and that needs to be tweeted out as well.
Okay.
I will tweet it out.
I mean, like we're handling your personal.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Also, last week, I mean, Luke, I think he every tournament matchup he bet, he was like 1-1 or tied the whole weekend. But he did his official out the box or House Always Wins pick did hit Justin Day over. I mean, Sergio Garcia over Jason Day. That hit. So he is officially 1-0, best House Always Wins record.
and that is my fault. I didn't grade it as I wasn't feeling too well on Sunday, but I was napping a lot, and it was great to watch all of his picks do pretty well.
I'm only getting top 10 on my book, but I'm taking it.
I'm getting top 10. So last week I had my pick. I just couldn't find it. So last week I had two official House Always Wins picks. I had Mickelson over Poulter, cash money. Got called an idiot for that. Kinda, not really, but kinda. That cashed. And I said Patrick Reed, top 20 finish. I think I stole that pick from Luffy, but I got it in first. And this weekend, I'm going back to golf since it did me well last weekend. I'm also going to bet on the RBC Heritage, and I'm going to take Ian Poulter to come back and have a better round of golf this weekend in the RBC Heritage to have a top 10 finish plus 365. What you think?
I like it. We got to tweet it out. I'll tweet it out along with
Ian
mine.
Poulter still have the faux hawk?
He always wears those nice plaid pants.
He does.
That's how you can tell it's Poltz. He does spike it up, but I mean, he wears a hat.
I know.
So he's kind of in between with that.
Yeah. But he did like to spike it up. I remember that.
He did. He's a funny guy.
Don't you have to wear a hat on the golf course? Is that
on tour you do, but like when they play the Ryder Cup, you don't. So you'll see like Rory without a hat. Rory Luke.
Imagine playing golf with a faux hawk, just like at the Masters or something. Like,
does it have to be? Can you wear like a bucket hat on tour?
Yeah, you can. I mean, Bryson wears that not cool hat.
Dude, I love that.
I think that's a nice way I can say it.
I
not the painter's
the Payne Stewart hat.
Yeah,
I love that hat.
I wonder if you could see somebody in like
Joel Damon won like 2 weeks ago. He or 3 weeks ago. He wears a bucket hat.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a golfer.
Bad radio. But if you're watching on
Happy
YouTube,
Gilmore. What do you mean imagine a golfer? There was a golfer.
Good YouTube.
Oh, I didn't want to put that in my mouth. I accidentally did.
Watch on YouTube if you want to see John put something in his mouth.
Okay. That one's gonna be
It's not being edited out.
That one's gonna be taken out of context. That one's gonna be taken out of context. No, leave it in. Whatever. We're on YouTube now. We're rolling live. I think this is the first time we've actually ever done a whole show where we didn't have to stop like for an incredibly long time
No, we actually did pretty good.
To look up a stat or to I guess look something else up. But y'all got anything else? I think we pretty much hit every sport and every major thing going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mac Jones extremely overrated. NFL draft coming up. The quarterbacks as a whole, in my opinion, extremely overrated. It's everyone's quarterback crazy now. And that's not a slight like just on Jones, but like it's like the top 5 players are quarterback. I mean, that's just not. The grades on some of these quarterbacks are crazy.
Did you see what Lawrence said today? Or like he said something. I was like, this is not something. I'm about to pull it up. Something that somebody who's going to be a good NFL player said.
It is officially.
He said.
It was a long time ago, I think. I saw something.
Or his dad said he's I want to win Super Bowl.
I saw that a couple years ago. Yeah, I saw that a couple years ago.
That's a bad take.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm buying that much. I think there's a lot of like slanderous stuff that comes out around these times and fake stories that move people up and down the draft boards. Even though it's a real quote, I'm pretty sure because a couple years ago people got mad about that. But I mean, you're not going to take him number 1 overall. Like, I
mean, yeah, you have no choice.
Yeah.
Also, some LSU basketball
transfer from
Missouri, and hearing that we're in the hunt for transfer from Illinois starting point guard.
Yeah, and that's the way college basketball is kind of going right now, and or is going. And
I think we need transfers. We
definitely need transfers. And the kid from his name's Xavier.
Yeah, I think so. From Missouri.
From Missouri, averaged like 14 points a game and was their best player at times. So
the only problem with that is hopefully Days comes back because he did not sign with an agent, but point guard is definitely not our worst spot. I mean, I think we're pretty deep there at point guard with Gaines and and the like.
Cook.
Yeah, but I mean, the more the merrier. I'll take whoever.
How about there's some other news that we just forgot. Thad Moss going to the Bengals.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are confused by that, right? It doesn't mean he's going to be like starting tight end for the Bengals. He might not. I mean, he probably won't. I hope he does, but he probably won't make the team.
No.
So
I mean,
I know people get confused.
He's probably like a practice squad
Yeah,
guy.
it's cool. I hope he does. I mean, he was great for LSU. Obviously, love Thad Moss, but hopefully he can stay injury free. If he doesn't, then he won't be able to. Do y'all think? You think they're gonna draft him?
I think they're gonna draft Chase.
Uno?
That'd be nuts.
I think they are, just because they signed another tackle in the offseason.
And they have one coming off injury.
They already have one coming off injury. So I think if they expected to draft Sewell, they wouldn't have signed a tackle. So I think that shows they're probably going to take Chase. Plus, I mean, Sewell is a very good tackle, but the Chase Burrow connection, you got to keep Burrow happy.
Yeah.
Who wants to live in Cincinnati? So,
and I think the two hardest positions to evaluate whether they're coming out of high school to college or from college to pro is one, quarterback, obviously.
Yeah.
Two, offensive lineman.
That's very true.
And tackle being probably above guard and center.
You definitely see way more than you see top 5 wide receivers busting. You see top 5 offensive linemen busting for sure. So you get like Greg Robinson and I mean Eric Fisher. Eric Fisher went 1. But like, I mean, Eric Fisher's decent.
He's good. And I mean, the guy from Ole Miss who had the who's now with the Texans, Tunsil, who's with the Texans. I mean, people say they like his value isn't. I mean, he's not worth the top 5. He wouldn't if they had to go back and redraft.
I mean, and they do really like Sewell, but you're right. Offensive line is definitely a hard position to value.
Yeah,
and I think you got a home run hit with Chase for sure. So we'll see. I don't know. That comes up 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I keep seeing Marshall to the Ravens in every single mock draft.
I've seen that.
I don't know if that's like a lead thing or something, but every mock draft has Marshall.
I think it's just like he's that
and they have
wide
to draft
receiver
a
in the
receiver.
back, and they have to draft a wide receiver. So I kind of want the Saints to draft Kadarius Toney, the dude from Florida. He'd be really good.
No, the Saints are going to take a defensive tackle, probably. And isn't that what they do every year in the draft?
From a small school.
I don't know.
Ruiz last year. A lot of people were upset about that. Ended up working out. Well, we didn't win the Super Bowl.
Well, not really,
We didn't win the Super Bowl. All right, I think that about does it for, I guess, that miscellaneous segment we just kind of had at the end of everything that we missed. Thank you guys so much for listening. I mean, I can't even keep. Do y'all want to say it, because I say it every week. And I can't say it enough, but like the interactions on Twitter, the support, like just knowing, like getting a Snapchat of people listening to one of our episodes or wearing one of our hats or our shirts or whatever. Like
also new hats potentially coming, or new hat colors.
Yeah. And like we said, that means the absolute world to us. Make sure to refer our show to your friend, your neighbor, and even your agent. Not Blaine. If you have another agent for another form of business or whatever, like your insurance agent or something, anyone you think that would enjoy the Out the Box show, we'd really appreciate it. Shout out to all of our sponsors: Blaine Loop with Keller Williams Realty, Rally Cat Brewing, Workbox LLC, and the House Bar in Tigerland. And also shout out to the home of the Out the Box podcast, the Boot Crew Media Network, boot_crew_media. All right. I think so. Today, I want to just, there's a few holidays that are coming up that I wanted to make y'all aware of in case y'all weren't aware of.
Put it in the books.
What?
Mets stay number 1 in the NL East with the win today against Phillies 5-1.
Frank said the season's over.
Season is not over.
All right. So tomorrow, today, the day that we're dropping this, Rory, you might, and a lot of our listeners might want to celebrate this. Tomorrow's National Glazed Spiral Ham Day. But
Maybe
one-
I'll head over to Honey Baked for a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. And then Saturday, this one really kind of struck my eye because it is National Bat Appreciation Day. And
Like,
what better
like
don't think too much about it. What better day than for LSU to get 20 hits and win the second
we
game
need to
of
see the bats
series
going
against South Carolina.
on
Am I
Bat
right?
Appreciation Day.
Yes. Now I'm going to click it and I'm going to see it's actually bats. Like the black.
No,
it's
we don't have to
but
know.
It's Bat Appreciation Day.
But it's BATS, which is the same thing as baseball bats. So that's what we're running with.
Exactly. And if I didn't click on that, I would.
If you don't celebrate National Bat Appreciation Day, then don't listen to this podcast.
I would have never known the difference.
Yeah.
So.
Goodbye.